I don't know how many people even know this. I didn't know it till this morning. Did you see you got the second assist on that goal?
No.
Connor Hellebuyck.
Did he?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I was cracking up. And now it's overtime, 3-on-3. And
saves the
whatever.
The attempt and kicks it out to the side.
Yeah. What? And I'm not sure how or why. I just saw it as it popped up, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. But that was a 50-50 puck in our zone that Cale Makar and Jack Hughes went after. And if Jack Hughes doesn't get it, Canada's got a 2-on-none. But Hughes won that battle. And it led to the odd man rush the other direction, and obviously USA scored. 248-539-9797. Let's get to your open line calls. We got a Matt in Nashville. You're on 97.1. Hi, Matt.
Hey, what's up, man? So champ and chump, champ for two reasons, USA Hockey, men and women for beating Canada. And the second reason, for honoring Goudreau and bringing in, kids on the ice. It's very classy.
Yep.
Chump, only because I couldn't find anything, the Tigers, and I know it's preseason, but a 20-3 game, that's just embarrassing. I know it doesn't mean anything, but 20-3, dude, that's brutal.
No, like you said, you couldn't find anything. I have some of those Mondays, too, where I'm like, well, this is kind of a weak champ and chump, but this is what I got today. So I hear you. Now, are you in Nashville, Tennessee, or Nashville, Michigan?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, cool.
I work for Google, so I travel all over the country, and I've been here for like the last 2 months.
Yeah. How is it? How did because I'm intrigued on other parts of the country. What just happened in that men's gold medal hockey game, and the women for that matter, leading into the weekend? How much is that resonating in Nashville?
A little bit. There's a lot of Predator fans out here. And it's funny because I went to a Predators game, and I left after like 10 minutes because the crowd started shouting, "We are Predators." And I was like, I don't think that's something I want to shout. I'm not a Predator. I'm going to leave. But, it was good. People were watching it in the hotel and cheering, and so it was good. And then, again, for the Tigers, I stopped listening after, like, third inning. It was 4-3. Got back to the hotel and checked the score. It was like 23. I was like, what the F?
Yeah, well.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it does, as you said, it doesn't matter, and it's hard to find chumps. I don't even know how good my chump is this week, but we'll get to that today at 10:35. Let's get more of your phone calls, and I want to follow up on something there he had to say. Todd is in Detroit and next year on 97.1. Hi, Todd.
Hey, guys.
What's
I don't
up?
want the Sharks, so cut me off if I'm going too long.
Okay.
Connor Hellebuyck. Guys like Larkin and Orensky, those guys were elite players.
Yeah.
At 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old in Metro Detroit. Everybody knew they were good. Now, don't always turn out to be Olympian stars, but Connor Hellebuyck was truly just a AA player, and the story they told over the weekend about having an older brother. I was involved with some guys that started a season high school group for players to get some recognition before the November actual MHSA season starts. And Connor Hellebuyck got in that program. He played at Walled Lake Northern. No offense to those guys. There'll never be another player likely to come out of Walled Lake Northern that makes it like him. And he was a humble kid. He just kept getting better. He got recognized as a senior in high school in this program before the high school season even started. Took that on to going to play junior hockey down in Texas. Took that on to college. And then obviously his pro career just took off. But for all those guys out there that have been told at 12 or 14 or 16, hey, you're not good enough and you're 100 on a list of 95 guys, Connor Hellebuyck's that guy. Mm-hmm. And now everyone's saying he's the best goalie in the world, and he stole that game yesterday, and it's friggin' awesome for state of Michigan and for him and for Michigan high school hockey.
So just to be clear here, this was you were a high school hockey player, and you got in this same program that Hellebuyck did?
I was a coach that was one of the guys involved getting the program off the ground. When he was in it, I had already stepped away.
Okay.
But I'm really close to those guys. And I mean, he was the best goalie in that program. That team, they put together a league and they play in tournaments. And They play against all the big boys. They go to the state of Minnesota and play the Minnesota best players from their fall league first week in November every year. These guys have been doing it. They've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of the Michigan high school way, legal way of combating AAA hockey.
You know what? And, it's cool. I mean, my oldest stopped playing hockey, I think, at 12 or 13, but and how hockey recruiting goes, you just don't see high school players, guys who, and I say this with all respect too, because those high school players are now guys playing in my beer league and making me look foolish. But you don't see guys who, quote, only played high school hockey making it like this.
No, they typically don't end up going to play on college teams. The kids that go to play on college teams are generally guys that are playing junior hockey. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I mean, there are exceptions, and I think it started one way. I think it did start back where you could make it as a high school kid to hockey or to college or better than that, and then things calmed down. Everything became about travel. If I'm not mistaken, I think Chris Chelios played high school hockey. There were a couple guys in the 80s that did, and then things changed dramatically.
248-539-9797. Bill is next on 97.1. Hi, Bill.
Hi.
Hey.
Good morning, guys.
What's up?
I got a great story, Megan Keller story.
Yeah?
I'm at a hockey game watching my grandson, and Megan is probably 10, 12. They were the squirts. And I look and I'm watching, I'm saying, hey, and I'm on the end zone behind the net.
Yeah.
And they're all guys, all dads. I said, that kid's going to go to the Olympics. And they say, what boy are you talking about? I says, that's not a boy, that's a girl, and she's the best one on that ice. And guess what? This is true, man. And I was thrilled when she scored that goal. I started tearing up.
Yeah.
I said, what a gal. She came a long way and survived, and there she is in a wonderful moment, scoring that goal.
Was your grandson playing against her or with her?
Against her, yeah. I can't even remember the name of his team. It escapes me, but I never forgot saying that to these guys, and they all laughed at me. And what boy? I said, it's not a boy. It's a girl, man. Aren't you watching? So
I think she played at Honeybaked, and was she a Livonia Knight? Is that what our buddy said?
She was a Livonia Knight.
Yeah, is that what it was?
She could play on a boys' team at that time.
Yep.
And it's the only time I think I saw her play, and it was just a moment in my life where I thought, I'm so proud of saying that.
Right.
And I heard your radio. I'm listening to you right now, and I go, geez, I got to call this one in. This is a good one.
and thank you, Bill. Thank you for sharing. All these Michigan ties, do you have a tie to any of these players? Did you see them as kids? I had a good fortune of interviewing a Hughes, although for the life of me, I can't remember which one when they were at Michigan, whether it was Luke or Quinn. And but 248-539-9797. Phone calls and feedback. Karsch and Anderson, our Champ and Chump nominations today at 10:35 here on 97.1.